And we're live.
Well, hey, it's a feel good Friday. I almost said the other F word, but I just say it so often. I had to make sure I really focused and concentrated on feel good Friday. Billy W. Merritt brings it to you. I'm Paul Sullivan, your host, along with the man in the background. You'll hear his voice once in a while. We call him Smith. We call him Sean Smith. We call him Sean, and I call him names that I can't say on the air. So how you doing today, Sean or Smith?
I'm doing good. I'm going to try not to stuff my face as much as I did yesterday.
So big Thanksgiving for you?
Yeah.
Hey, look at there. Hey, like turn your phone off, maybe. Maybe you can turn your phone off. What do you think? He's only the producer. He's the one who's supposed to make sure all this stuff's set up right and everything. Although at least we're around 11 o'clock today. So a big Thanksgiving. Let's start over here. So a big Thanksgiving for you?
Yeah, ate a lot. Went to my grandma's house.
I knew it was coming.
There was no blueberry cake.
What in the world? What in the world is going on?
The world is ending. We had a blueberry delight. We had pecan pie. There was one more pie, which I cannot remember because I didn't try it because I was way too full of everything else. It was the only thing I didn't sample.
I'm never too full for pie.
What was the other one?
Except for maybe that mincemeat.
Sweet potato souffle.
Okay.
My Aunt Cindy really stepped up her game this year. She made sweet potato souffle. She made some really good corn. She had like the was it black sugar, honey,
black sugar.
Brown sugar. My bad.
I'm like, what? I've never heard of black sugar.
I'm waking up midway through the sentence. Brown sugar, pineapple, honey ham, and it was delicious. She cooked it all night. You get that ham every once in a while where you can tell they were really patient. Like everything soaked up the flavor of everything else. The pineapple was delicious.
I do like pineapple on ham. A lot of people don't, but I like it when it's cooked right in there. Kind of gets in the meat. It soaks it up. I do like that. Yes. But no blueberry cake. The grandma's famous blueberry cake that is supposedly the best cake ever made in the world wasn't made.
Not this year. She cooked a lot. I believe she said she got up at 3 a.m. and started.
I know what it was.
There was so much food.
No, I know what it was. I put Sean on the spot last week and said, this is like the best cake ever. I want you to bring some in. See, so one of two things happened. One of two things. Either one, it doesn't live up to the hype. That's one. But I'm not gonna down on grandma. All right. I'm not gonna bash grandma, but this is probably more like it.
I think I know what's coming.
He said, don't make it. Make that on another week so that I can have it all, so I don't have to take any into Paul. I think that's what it was.
I was going to say option 3. I ate it all.
Well, that might be, I didn't even think about that. So that being the case. By the way, good morning to Kim Ledbetter. She had turkey 3 ways. Wow. 3 ways of turkey. Fried, her favorite, roasted with herbs and rotisserie. 3 ways of turkey. Wow.
Awesome.
I've never had the triple turkey Thanksgiving. But good for you, Kim. My sister, Barb Sullivan Thurlby, my mom, Mary Sullivan Moore, lots of names in there. And who else? Did I miss anybody up front?
You got Johnny Kinfield.
Johnny, what's up, dude? Johnny, hardworking car guy. He's been in the car business for a long time. Busting his hump probably on the holiday somewhere on a car lot right now. And by the way, shout outs to, we got a lot of road warriors. I mean, we got a lot of road warriors that are working out at dealerships who had to travel on Thanksgiving to get there. Again, Frankie and Joey and Pierce and Michael. And there's a bunch of them. So thanks to you guys for traveling on Thanksgiving to get there. To make the work go smoothly for those car dealerships. So very cool thing. Well, you might see that I'm sporting my Chicago Bears gear. I had to because it's probably going to be the only time. I know it's for sure it's going to be the last time this year. The last time this year, you're going to hear that a lot, because it's almost the end of the year. But it's the last time I'm going to wear the Bear stuff on the show because they're probably not going to win again. So they beat the lowly unbeaten Lions, and they barely won, by the way. They won 16-14 on Thanksgiving Day. So kind of a Thanksgiving tradition the Bears and Lions play. So I'm glad they brought that tradition back along. So that was kind of cool. But I worked. I worked yesterday. So I worked right smack in the middle. I worked like 11 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. So, I was working during lunch. I was working during dinner, but that didn't stop me. So this is what my Thanksgiving, and I'm not even going to use the word feast. I'm going to use the word meal. This is what my Thanksgiving meal consisted of. Since Smith didn't want to bring any of his food to me, even though he knew I was slaving up here, working hard. And what was he doing? I'm so full, I can't even try this other pie. Yeah, that's what he was doing. But my Thanksgiving meal consisted of, okay, I had turkey, I had stuffing, I had cranberry sauce, and I had asparagus. Okay, now, sounds like a pretty good meal, doesn't it?
Yeah, I love asparagus.
See, I mean, so, it really does. Here's the best part. I created my Thanksgiving meal, in about 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That's cooking it. Well, no, I'll say 30 minutes cooking it and eating it. My whole entire Thanksgiving meal, 30 minutes. So here's my tip for you. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to my buddy Chuck Kuhn, one of my high school pals who's watching the show. Thanks for tuning in. But here was what my my Thanksgiving meal was. I took deli turkey. Okay, just like deli turkey,
right?
But hey, I had multi-grain breads. It was some good bread. It wasn't just like plain old, generic white bread, tasteless kind of stuff. So I had some good bread, a little bit of mayonnaise, put a little bit of salt and pepper on it. Didn't really need it, but you kind of do that when on your regular turkey sandwiches. So I wanted to make it feel like Thanksgiving. So I did that. I put a slice of Munster cheese on there too. It's pretty good. Then I made stovetop stuffing that, you can make really quick. Made that. Then I bought the can. I told you before last week, I'm like, I like the can. I like the jellied stuff. It comes out, in this big tube, and you slice it where the ridges are. I did that. So, I had some of that. And then I had this steamed, the kind you just throw in the microwave for 5 minutes and you steam the asparagus. So I had that. And then, of course, to top it off, I had a Sam Adams beer to go with it. So, hey, that's pretty good Thanksgiving, actually. 30 minutes. That is my tip. So if you are single, if you're not going anywhere, if you don't have a lot of time, if you don't have a lot of money, by the way, because Thanksgiving can be really expensive when you're buying all that food. So I didn't break it down as to how much mine cost, but it didn't cost very much. A box of stovetop stuffing, the can of the cranberry sauce. The turkey meat, the bread. And I think the asparagus is probably the most expensive thing I got. It's like $4 in the freezer section, the package, but it was really good. So anyway, I'm glad that everybody, or at least I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving, enjoyed time with their family and friends. So today, not only just a feel good Friday, but a feel good Black Friday. So have you started your Christmas shopping?
I have not.
You have not?
I have not. I need to.
Well, no, that's good. I haven't started mine either. But hey, I gotta make sure I start drinking this early because this thing is pretty strong. So let's move into the beer of the week because this is a strong one. The beer of the week. I don't know if you can see it very well in the picture, but it is called Delirium Noel. Okay, now there's an elephant with a Santa hat. I don't know if you can see that any better if I hold it up,
I can see a little bit
to the camera, whatever. By the way, some bottles actually say Delirium Christmas on it, so I don't know what that deal is, but I've always seen it as Christmas Noel.
Like a pink elephant?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a pink elephant. Delirium is the brand. It's Delirium Brewery, well known for making the strong ales, and this one is definitely a strong ale. Now it's a Belgian dark strong ale, but don't let it's got a kind of a light red color. I didn't bring a glass. So it's got the weird, funky white bottle. It looks like kind of ceramic. They just painted on there though, by the way. You can see at the top of the bottle is just a regular green bottle. And then they paint this kind of white stuff on there. Put a nice red label on it. I brought the cap, kind of looks like that when you buy it. Has the paper on it like wine and stuff like that does. But it's got kind of a light reddish kind of color. But don't let the reddish color fool you, that light reddish color. This is 10% alcohol. So, when they say strong ale, they mean it at Delirium. So again, think about, your regular, Bud Light, all that kind of domestic, the regular beers are usually about 4.5 right in there. So this is like drinking 2 1/4 or something like that of those. So very strong, but it's actually for a strong ale. It's actually pretty tasty. I got to say. So Smith, here's the thing. Do you think there was a meaning behind the pink elephant on the label with it being such a strong beer?
Maybe it's all blushy from all the alcohol.
Could be. Like I said, boy, that's got a kick, man. I'm telling you.
Just the bottle alone has had me intrigued.
It's pretty cool. I do have to say, they did a really good job with this. By the way, this It's the 11.2 ounce. It's not the 12 ounce that we normally do. A lot of the weird beers, the stronger beers, they'll put them in the smaller bottles for whatever reason. But again, really good. It comes in a 4-pack, by the way, because it's very strong. It's expensive. I'll let you know that. Anything that's in a 4-pack, it's typically expensive. But if you want to try something unique and you don't want to remember the holidays, perhaps Delirium Noel is the one for this week, the beer of the week. By the way, I don't know what the website is. It's like a funky, it's like a weird. It's not .com. It's like .be for Belgium, but it's delirium.be. So it's a funky website, but anyway, it's a family-owned brewery. They've been doing it since, check this out, Smith, get this. Delirium's been doing this since 1654.
Holy cow.
1654 they've been brewing beers. So very cool deal. So if you want to try something unique for the holidays, Delirium Noel. Again, it's got that white bottle with the blue label with the pink elephant on it. Really cool. Make a nice gift. For somebody, if they don't want to remember the holidays, maybe you do that, but again, go easy with this. I'm warning you, and if you're going to be drinking this somewhere besides your home, make sure that you are not driving, because it is, it's some strong stuff. So, all right. So speaking of the Delirium Noel with a little Santa hat, Christmas. So Black Friday, busy shopping day, lots of people, but I don't know if this is true for you, Sean, but I noticed, like, Black Friday isn't what it used to be. Did you notice that? Have you noticed that it's not really like a huge deal like it used to be? Because they've stretched it out.
Now that Cyber Monday is so, I guess, in the zeitgeist, I don't really pay Black Friday much attention. So you'd have to, I guess, explain to me.
Well, I mean, Black Friday now, years ago, people would get up at like 3 a.m. and the stores would open at like 5 a.m. and people would, stand outside and, in the lines, and there'd be the mad rush for the hot items. And
I just assumed that was still,
no,
in full force.
It's really not. I mean, again, a lot of people, because here's the thing, like big store, first of all, online shopping is huge now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that in itself, it really slows down.
And the Cyber Monday deals are great.
Yes. So, I mean, so that really, took away a lot of steam of Black Friday, if you will. So a lot of people are buying online. So you don't have a lot of the shoppers. Then on top of that, you had COVID last year, that's still going on. So a lot of people still kind of, worrying about the social distancing, like that. They don't want to go out where there's a bunch of crowds and all that kind of thing.
True.
But don't be, don't be fooled. There's still some idiots out there. And when I say idiots, I don't mean the people who go Black Friday shopping. I mean, some of the people that go Black Friday shopping, they're pushing and shoving for, it's like, oh, I want to get this $5 whatever, and they're pushing and shoving, knocking people down, people taking stuff out of other people's carts. I mean, oh yeah, 'tis the season. Yeah. It's the holidays, making everybody feel good. So if you're going to be out there running around like a maniac, try to, at least think about being nice to your neighbor or, your fellow man or whatever you want to call it. But the other thing too, is that like Walmart and there were several large companies that started it this year. They did Black Friday savings beginning November 1st.
Oh,
see, so I mean, they're doing it all month. Yeah. Because they know people are shopping online. They want to, they wanted people to, get ahead of the game. Plus a lot of retailers, they want to know, I mean, hey, do we need to mark down prices even further if we're not selling a lot? That kind of thing. So they want to get that jump start. Not that Walmart needs any kind of, gift or jump start on anything. And they pretty much run the world. But so what are some of the hot items for you? I mean, that you've noticed, what are some of the hot items out there that you think people are, are really in high demand for?
Well, usually the things near about every year I see that I'm attracted to are things like the Beats by Dre. Like there's always some expensive
That's headphones for the old people.
Yeah. That, I mean, like iPhones and the like.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I guess for years now, I haven't paid it all that much attention because when Black Friday rolls around, what I usually go look at is like Black Octopus Sound to see like how cheap the sample packs are right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there's a lot of stores. I mean, think about like when was the last time that you actually went to a Guitar Center?
Well,
Like actually went to a store.
it actually hasn't been that long. This is bad timing
That's
because
okay. No, I mean, about how long?
it's been about a month and a half, 2 months
Okay.
or so.
All right. And before that, how long was it before that visit?
Probably a couple years before that.
Yeah. See, so
Yeah.
that's probably more like it. A lot of people just are not going to the stores. They're buying online. But now stores like Guitar Center, by the way, they're not paying me for this. It's just one of the stores that I thought in my head.
Awesome store.
Yes, it is. So Guitar Center, they actually offer a lot of great deals throughout the year. But come Christmas time, again, people are buying guitars for gifts. They know people who own a guitar. Smith, wink, wink. So you can buy strings, you can buy the cool straps, you can buy all this, the stands, all the different things.
Different pedals.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of accessories. So it's a cool thing to buy as a gift. Of course, the other thing is that a lot of people are buying gift cards.
Yeah,
people don't buy gifts anymore. I mean, a lot of them. And I'll fall on the sword. I'm one of them. I don't buy gifts. I mean, I usually just money. That's what people want. I mean, ask a teenager what they want. They'll either say like, I want a car, which you're not getting, or at least most of them aren't, or they'll say, or money.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. I just want money.
Yeah, I mean, so gift cards, money, and so I don't want to be Scrooge because I was called that last week. But I've said this for years. My family does not agree with me. I've said it for years, this concept, and my family just will not do it. But I've said, to me, I think it would be cool because isn't part of the fun, like not just you, but like if you have someone else in your family who gets a gift, right? And it's wrapped and they're unwrapping it. Isn't that part of the fun? Seeing, what other people, oh, that's a cool gift. Isn't that part of the fun?
Yeah. Look, even when in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is really what I wanted. I really want socks or whatever. But I mean, it's fun watching the kids get their new toys.
So watching other people open presents, it's fun. That's part of the fun.
It around.
So it wasn't my idea, by the way. There was a lady that I worked with years ago, like 30 years ago. Yeah, I'm that old. Who had her family did this, and I thought it was brilliant. And I've been trying to get my family to do this ever since, but they will never do it. The idea is you spend money on a gift for you, and you wrap it for yourself. Okay, right. Then you bring it to the Christmas dinner or whatever, the family gathering or whatever, and you open your gift because no one else knows what it is. See, so you open up your gift in front of everybody and they go, wow, that's really cool. See what I mean? Yeah. Because here's the thing. Some people, first of all, I don't like the Secret Santa. I think that's I hate Secret Santa. I do. I think it's dumb. I don't like it. Now, if it's like gag gifts or whatever, and like it's supposed to be funny, like don't buy anything serious and you buy dumb stuff, whatever. But if you're gonna buy dumb stuff, I don't care. I mean, I don't care if I get if I get something dumb for Sean and he gets something dumb for me. I don't really care. I would just soon keep my money, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You see? So then you have the limit thing. Some people in your family, maybe they only have 3 people to buy for, so they can afford to spend more. Other people might have 30 people to buy for because they have grandkids and they have nieces and nephews and they buy for everybody and they buy for their neighbor and their mailman and, their coworkers. By the way, you're not getting anything. But that's the thing. So you do, all this, you spend all this money. So some people, they want to do the limit of like $30. And I'm not bashing anything that's $30. There's plenty of things out there for $30 that would be worthwhile to somebody. But most of the time, it's really hard to find something cool. Don't you think?
Yeah. And I will say, like I made the joke earlier, but I'm definitely now at that age, I guess, where if you get me socks, as long as they're comfy socks, I'm actually pretty happy. I like it.
Well, that's what I mean. And especially when you get to be an adult, it's not, at Christmas, the gift giving, it's really about the kids. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. I mean, I really can't, again, I'm not, downing anybody who exchanges gifts. I get it. That's the whole idea and all that kind of stuff. But to me, again, if it's just about gift giving, why not give yourself a gift that you want? It's the right size, it's the right color. It's what you wanted. I mean, see what I mean? It makes Christmas so much easier. And if you don't want to spend a lot of money on yourself, then Christmas doesn't cost very much. You want to go get yourself, what's the latest gaming system, like the big one this year?
See, there's the PlayStation 5.
Right, so how much does that run? Approximate?
I believe it's $499.
Okay, so
they're in high demand, low quantity. So.
Okay, but so if you want to spend $500 on yourself, to get the PlayStation 5, then you could do that.
I could.
I mean, and you open it up in front of everybody. Everybody goes, "Wow, he got a PlayStation 5. That's so awesome." So you see what I mean? I think you should try it. I think people should try it, but I got a feeling that it's not going to happen. You think your family would go for it?
I don't know. It's a good question. I think I would probably record it, upload it like an unboxing.
Now, by the way, my mom, she actually said we're doing the saran ball again this year. Do you know what this is? The saran wrap ball. Have you heard of this?
Is this just saran wrapped in saran?
Well, no,
No, okay.
I don't know when it started. I mean, I know I did it at my girlfriend's family's a couple years ago, and my family's done it a couple times.
Sure.
But you take like all these, they're smaller items. I mean, some are gift cards, some is like candy, and there might be, I don't know, anything that's little and cheap. Okay, I mean, inexpensive basically. And so you take saran wrap, okay, the cling wrap, whatever you want to call it, clear wrap, and you start it. So you put, whatever, you put a bag of Skittles, right? So you start, and then you start to wrap it. You put something else in there, okay, and you wrap it, okay, and then you put something else on it, and you wrap it. So you see what I mean? So it's all kind of wrapped. So and you ended up with this ball. It's about the size of a basketball, full of all kinds of stuff. Okay. So then what you do is you draw numbers or you draw names or whatever you do to pick the order.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Then you go to a table and you basically get everybody around the table. Then you start with the saran wraps. Whoever gets to go first, and there's a time limit. Some people do 30 seconds. Some people do a minute. I've seen some people do 10 seconds, which is really insane. I mean, I don't know how much saran wrap you can get off in 10 seconds, but that's your call. I mean, I guess it could be 5 seconds if you really want to make it last. 5 seconds, you're like, all right, done. And so what you do is you got your time limit. You got to pull off, get what you can, whatever prize comes out. And then when the time limit's up, then you have to pass it to the person, whichever way that you go, to the left, to the right, whichever way that you decide that you're going to rotate. So you pass this saran ball, around. So you have time limits and you just keep going until it's down to nothing. Okay. So it's a little bit of excitement, but again, I don't really care if I get a bag of Skittles for Christmas, so again, I'm not trying to be Mr. Scrooge. I'm just throwing an alternative type of gift giving, for Christmas this year. Kim Ledbetter said, I gave one to her. I missed that.
Oh, go up too.
Oh, okay. I did that last year. My wife got me the same gift. I bought myself an iPad. Unbelievable. See, now that's funny. I mean, see, so if they would have just bought the iPads for themselves, everybody wins, but they won anyway. So, but that's kind of a cool thing. Did I miss any other comments that are up above?
Chuck Coon said Smooshmallows are my daughter's favorite.
Smooshmallows. Now, Chuck, you're going to have to fill me in on this. I'm not really sure what Smooshmallows are. Do you have any idea?
I have no idea. I could try to look it up.
Smooshmallows. I mean, I'm assuming marshmallows are involved,
Are they smooshed?
Smooshmallows. Is that like s'mores? Maybe.
I'm seeing something called Squishmallows.
Smooshmallows.
Oh.
Is there a Smooshmallows? Smith, he's in the background Googling, so he's trying to figure out what Smooshmallows is.
I see hashtag Smooshmallows. Okay, let's click on that and see what that is. I guess these are.
What is that?
I'm not.
I mean, is it food?
Cookies of your favorite stuffy. Now, I also seen that it auto corrected it to this Squishmallows. Maybe this is. It's like
okay, that's like a plush toy.
Yeah.
Squishmallows.
Look like some sort of plush collectible.
All right, Chuck's there. You go. All right, Chuck he just put Squishmallows. So that's what he's talking about. Yeah. He's talking about the little stuffed animals, the squishy stuffed animals. So, well, what's the age on those?
That's a good question.
And there's a bunch of them, though. I'll say that there's a lot of them. Look at all the different ones.
Yeah, it's kind of like the new Furbies, I guess.
Yeah. How much do those cost?
Let's
see if there's just a quick price, because there's a whole lot of them. Kind of reminds me of like Beanie Babies and all that kind of, like you said, all the different crazes that kind of come out. There's always like that one thing, or maybe one or two, each Christmas that's always kind of like the craze. So the Squishmallows, all women love them, according to Chuck Coon. So women, if you don't like the Squishmallows, you take it up with Chuck. That's all I'm saying. So did you get a price on them?
It's looking like $10, $20, $30 a pop.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess they're just squishy little, kind of like a stuffed animal, but there's just squishy. So a Squishmallow. Well, there that is.
Well, there's
Learn something new.
plushies.
So that could put that on your gift list if you wanted to. Maybe I'll get my sisters that a $10 Squishmallow. Maybe there you go. All my sisters that are watching, that could be your Christmas gift this year. By the way, I don't know what happened to the lighting, but I just went really dim.
Oh no. Oh, it's probably because I left that white background behind you. Oops. There you go.
Oh wait, you know what? Go back to the white background for a minute.
Oh, but I exited it.
Well, just pull something up. It's got white background.
You got it.
Okay. All right. This proves that I'm not translucent. So I may be white, but I'm not that white. All right. So I'm fair skinned. I am not completely white or translucent. So there you go. You can put the other background back up. Chuck, by the way, says the Squishmallows are $500 to $500 online. Obviously, because of demand. Yeah, there's certain ones that that do that. That's insane to me.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that just nuts? Although I have to admit, I guess like if if my granddaughter Layla, if she said the only thing I want for Christmas is a Squishmallow, I'd probably spend a bunch of money.
I'm pretty sure one thing I think that happens, for example, with the Pokemon plushies is they'll start selling one for a certain Pokemon and then they'll stop selling it. And so there's a limited quantity. There's no longer any, being put on the market. And so you've got this one where they're selling it on eBay for more and more and more money.
Yeah, I think they do that on purpose.
Yeah,
they're trying to create demand. So I
think so.
So what was to kind of put the you're 29?
Yes.
I think I ask him that almost every show.
Yep.
And I always forget. I just know he's way younger than me. So what was like one of the hot items when you were a kid? Like something that you wanted when you were a kid that was like the hot item?
I think the biggest two for me, and these are closely related, obviously, were the Transformers and the Transformers and the Gundams.
Now I've never heard of Gundams.
Let me pull one of these.
Look at man, he's got this big grin on his face,
yeah,
just like he's a little kid.
If you buy me one of these, I will love you. Okay.
Do you still have these?
No, I wish.
So you never got one?
No, I had them. I'm pretty sure I built some of these.
Okay, so Gundam. While he's looking that up, Legos are a huge thing. I get my grandkids Legos all the time. There are so many different Legos. I mean, there's some really cool stuff, and it takes a long time. You buy some of those kits in Legos, and it takes a really long time to build. And I got to tell you, my grandson. Jack, he's really fast at it. I mean, my grandson Landon, Dane, they all love Legos. And by the way, the age bracket, from 8 to 17, and all ages in between, they all love Legos. Are you a Lego guy?
I do like them. Yeah. I used to use them all the time.
I mean, I like I said, I don't have the patience. Like when they have like the car kit and all the like the big buildings and all the movies like Harry Potter and Star Wars, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't have the patience. I don't. I mean, they're so tiny and little. I mean, it just. It's a bit of a holiday frustration, if you ask me. But all right, so let's go to you have the Gundams, is what it was called?
Yeah, I was pulling up one more while you kept talking.
Oh, okay. So Gundams. Now, this is something I've never heard of. So explain what a Gundam is.
Okay, a Gundam.
I'm learning all kinds of things today. Okay. Squishmallows, Gundams.
In anime, there is a genre. I believe it's called. Some people call it mecha. There's all sorts of names for it. It's mecha. It's like giant mechs that fight each other, and they go into space and they fly around and they fight each other, and it's cool. They blow stuff up.
So it's like a transformer for Japanese anime.
Yeah, this one can like transform into a jet essentially.
Dang!
And it's got these big wings in the movie version because it's
okay. So I've never heard of the Gundams, but as soon as he started to do the explanation of the Japanese anime, I knew I was out. So I would never have a clue. So I just want to know: has anyone else who's watching the show ever heard of a Gundam? A Gundam. All right. Has anyone ever heard of a Gundam? Yes or no? No Gundam. Yes Gundam. I don't even know how you spell it. Let alone know what it is. But no. All right. So how much do those run?
Oh, it's all over the place. Let's
5 to 500.
let's go to it's something like that. Let's just like go to Amazon and see what pops up for Wing Zero. It's one of the more popular
So
ones.
Gundam, Wing Zero Gundam. Yeah, see, Chuck hasn't heard of it either. He knows what a Squishmallow is, but he has no idea what a Gundam is.
Okay, so these aren't that bad. Here's like the Bandai Hobby.
Ta-da, ta-da.
See,
ta-da,
we start
ta-da.
up top like 40, 30, 50, and then there's like these 195. These vary in quality a lot.
I would imagine.
With any anime figure, it's really easy to buy.
Really, with any figure.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. Any kind of figure that you buy, there's quality differences. There's the knockoffs.
It's easy to buy junk.
So how much is the junk one? I'll get you a junk one. $5. Sign me up.
$32. I think that's about as cheap as you're gonna get.
$32. I don't know if Smith's worth $32. Dang. I mean,
there's one for 20, 21.
all right, we're getting closer. All
Yeah,
right, so
99.
maybe I can find those in the bargain bin somewhere. You know, I'll make his Christmas with a Gundam. So who's the company that makes Gundams, or is that the brand? Gundam. Bandai.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm
Wait.
trying.
I stepped on him. I want Sean to say it. So wait, what's the name of the company again?
Bandai. I'm trying to do. They used to have. You know how companies always had.
Oh yeah, the big voice, the big voiceover guy.
yeah. Like as the logo appears.
Bandai.
It's always really epic. I love
That's
it.
great.
A lot of these are sort of like if you've ever built a car model, like they can be pretty complicated to put together, but there's also the ones that just, they come put together. But man, anime figurines is quite the rabbit hole you can go down. There are some very rare and expensive ones, like anything else, I guess.
So would that be something that's on your Christmas list this year? You want a new Gundam?
I would love that.
Are you gonna tell your mom and your grandma?
I have a couple of figures on my bookshelf. I think I only have like 2 or 3 at the moment because.
All right, so now here's the dilemma. Here's the dilemma. You can only have one. You got to choose one or the other. Okay, you can only have one or the other of these choices.
Okay, go for it.
You can have a new Gundam or blueberry cake. Which way are you going?
I mean, is it the Gundam of my choice?
Grandma, you know what that means. He just put the Gundam in front of you.
Look at this.
Look at that. Grandma's taking a hit. He just pushed Grandma aside. I'm sorry, Graham. I'm sorry, Grandma. Sorry about that. Sean just completely just pushed you out of the way and said, "Give me Gundam or give me death." So he can get blueberry cake anytime. Anytime she makes it, apparently, because she didn't make it this year. So you never know. You might want to take that blueberry pie. So what's the Gundam of your choice? Is that the $500 one?
I'm sure I could find a fancier $500 one like this.
So what's
probably
that
have
one?
to go to eBay.
What's that one?
This one's $195.
$195 for a toy.
This one's also $195. I mean, Ring Zero, but it does transform into the jet looking thing, as you can see. So
I think I'm going to go with Chuck's
cool.
Squishmallow. It's $5.
It's true.
I think the Squishmallow is a much better option than the Gundam, but hey, I could be wrong. So what's one of your favorite holiday movies?
One of my favorite holiday movies. I actually really like what was the Grinch one called? Like the
Grinch.
The Grinch. Was that it? That was it.
The Grinch Stole Christmas.
You got it.
What was that Grinch movie called? It was what was it? It was something with the Grinch.
I've been thinking about going back and watching some of these. I think it was the Justice League and the Batman the Animated Series Christmas specials. I remember those being really well. I'd like to go back and see if they still hold up.
So now, when you were a kid, did you watch the I don't know what they call it, claymation? I think it was the little anime, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, the little it wasn't animation. I think it was claymation.
Yeah. I think it's sort of like stop motion.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's what it is. So did you watch that when you were a kid?
I watched some of them. I can't remember exactly what they were called.
You watched Japanese anime. Who's he kidding?
I watched a lot of Japanese anime, and I watched Jackie Chan Adventures, which is basically an anime, even though it's like American produced. All
right, so there you go. So every time I ask Sean a question, he has to give me some way out there answer. So
Jackie Chan Adventures is awesome.
So I'll ask the viewers, what's your favorite holiday movie? you got a recommendation, Chuck, help me out here, Mr. Squishmallow Man.
I don't watch movies. I never watch movies.
You never watch movies. Never.
I hardly ever even watch.
All right. Have you seen? I mean, there's some holiday classics. I mean, there's like the traditional ones. What's the Jimmy Stewart? It's a Wonderful Life. You've never seen that movie?
I don't think I have.
Are you kidding me?
Maybe I have when I was younger.
Dude, make that a mission this year. Make that a mission.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. It's a classic. All right. I know it's old and it's black and white, and now there's a colorized version that looks weird, but watch it. I mean, watch that one. My mom just put White Christmas with Bing Crosby. That's a classic. And then you have some more modern, like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, to me, is hilarious. Steve Martin, John Candy. That is a fantastic holiday movie. So I mean, that's one of my all-time favorites. But I have to say, I do get I get kind of wrapped up in the Christmas movie. Not the Hallmark. No, not the Hallmark Channel Christmas. That's my mom, and that's for ladies. The ladies love the Hallmark Channel Christmas movies. I think they've already started. In fact, I know they have it because it's after Thanksgiving. They usually start like November 15th or something, and they run them just 24/7.
Definitely seen some of those
on the Hallmark. Oh, you've seen those
back in the day. Well, my
he doesn't watch movies, but he's seen the Hallmark Channel movies.
They were on TV at my grandma's house all the time.
Okay, all right. Back when you were a kid, so you didn't have a choice. All right, I'll cut you some slack. My mom also said Miracle on 34th Street. That's a classic. Love that one. I mean, Home Alone. I mean, I know it gets a lot of, people make fun of it a lot, but it's still funny to me. Yeah. I mean, it's a great family film. Of course, you got, what's his face? Who's the dude that starred in it? Can't think of his name, but he did that was the big pose. Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to him. He's like 35 or something like that now. So he's old and he's kind of a weirdo, actually. He turned out to be kind of a weirdo. But if you get like, $10 million when you're 11, or something like that, I guess, you probably would turn into a weirdo. So, so we talked a little bit last week about holiday traditions. So, we talked about how early you could put up the Christmas tree. Okay. So, and some people I know put it up yesterday. Some people put it up, a week ago, a couple weeks ago, that kind of thing. So the big question is, are you putting up a tree this year?
Yeah, we're putting up a tree.
Okay. Now he says, yeah. Like, what are you stupid?
Oh, no,
that's basically what he was. We're putting up a tree.
I was looking at Chuck Coon's comment of Die Hard, and I was like, oh yeah, we watched Con Air the other day.
So, all right. So wait, let me finish the tree thought. Yes. All right. So, so Smith basically just, yeah, you idiot is what he wanted to say. Yeah, we're putting up a tree, So when are you putting the tree up?
Who knows?
Yeah, we're putting a tree. I don't know when.
We keep saying,
but we were putting a tree up.
We've been saying for weeks, we're gonna put it up this weekend. We're gonna put it up this weekend.
Okay, now let's go to Chuck's comment. Die Hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Christmas movie, non-Christmas movie. Which is it? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Or is it not a Christmas movie? What do you think?
I'd say yes. I'd say
you say yeah. I said, is it a Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie? And Smith's answer is, I'd say yes.
I need to chug this thing.
I never get a straight answer. I should have got Smith the other 3 of these out of the 4-pack. I should have had him drink the 3 of these, out of the 4-pack. Man, oh man. Candace says that tree is stuck up in the top of the closet.
Oh yeah.
So go digging. Smith, you're on a mission today.
I forgot. She was kind of afraid to pull it down because she doesn't understand how my dad got it up there.
That actually brings up a really valid point. You ever notice how easily the stuff comes out of the box? Like if you got the fake tree, it comes out of the box. You're like, you pull it out, everything's great. You got all these ornaments in a box. They fit in the box. You're like pulling them out. You decorate the tree, everything's grand. Then you go to put the tree away, you put the ornaments away. Why is it this stuff doesn't fit what it came out of? You have that trouble?
Oh, every time. We had that trouble last time when we were trying to put the tree back. Every time I'm just like, does every piece have to go in at exactly the same angle like it came out? I don't understand.
It's a puzzle. The Christmas puzzle. Putting
really
the tree back in the box, and all that kind of good stuff. Chuck, by the way, of course, said that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes, he said what I said. He said yes.
Yeah. No, you said yes. Is it a Christmas movie or not? And you said yes. So there you go. So you and Chuck, peas in a pod, except for the Squishmallow and the Gundam thing that, that now you're on separate, you're on separate sides. So, okay. Christmas cookies, your favorite, which one is it? Got to pick one. Just one. Just pick one. Off the top of your head.
Funfetti.
What is it called?
Funfetti.
Okay. Funfetti.
I mean, it's basically like a confetti. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we talked about, last week. I wanted to see if it changed, because since you didn't get the blueberry pie, blueberry cake, I mean, for Thanksgiving, I thought maybe you might throw, the blueberry cake into the mix. That's my favorite.
I'll always take chocolate chip cookies. So
chocolate, man, dude, I'm telling you, I'm not saying this because she's my mom. I'm saying it because it is a fact. When I was a child, okay, when you actually could bring in snacks to school that weren't, wrapped and sealed and, sprayed with stuff and hand sanitizer, all, before all that. Okay. I'm not making fun. Just saying before all that, my mom's chocolate chip cookies were like the best ever. Ask anyone that I went to school with. I brought those every year when it was my turn, and everybody loved them. They were the best. I mean, I'm not kidding. And people would always say, what does she do? What's her recipe? You know what her recipe is?
What's that?
It's the Nestle chocolate chip bag. It's on the bag. That's the recipe. Just like the Nestle Toll House, cookies or whatever they call it. Good stuff. By the way, I never really understood the Toll House part. I don't really know where they got that. Nestle Toll House cookies. What is a Toll House, basically? I mean, who made that up? Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookies. I don't know what Toll House is.
No, I gotta look it up.
That's another. I think they just made that crap up. I think some marketing guy just said, you know what? We're going to create a house. We're going to call it a toll house.
A toll house is a small house by a toll gate or toll bridge where money is collected from road users.
See, and Nestle, they collected lots of money at their chocolate chip toll house by creating that. My mom, she said, don't forget the teaspoon of water. Oh, so there it is.
So it's not milk.
The difference is 1 teaspoon of water. No, what it was because that way they would spread. So I mean, they would spread out and they get really flat and really good. I mean, those were like the best ever. And then I don't know what year it was, but our stove conked out. And then my mom swears that the old stove cooked differently, so that the cookies were different. Now, I'm not sure if that was really the truth or not, but in her mind, there was a difference. I don't know if that's actually the case. But lots of Christmas cookies out there. And by the way, I'm going to be coming home to Chicago to see my family and friends in a couple weeks. I usually go before Christmas. Flights are way cheaper. There's less problems, less headaches, less delays, all that kind of stuff around the holidays. So I won't be there on Christmas, but I always come sometime in December. So I'll be there in a couple weeks. So I'll put this out there now for my mom. And by the way, she hates making these. She used to make like 30 or 40 different kinds of cookies and candies. And I mean, she used to make a ton. And this one is definitely not her favorite. So I'm going to challenge my mom. See if she'll meet the challenge. 2 words for you, Mom. Cream wafers. Cream wafers. That's what I want. Look at my mom already had it. She already knew it. Cream wafers. Because she knows she hates making those. No, what it is that the cookie, they're called cream wafers. It's got frosting in the middle. It's like a sandwich cookie. Yeah. But the cookie part of it is so fragile. I mean, it's so fragile. So most of the time they end up breaking. Breaking. And of course, she's all about presentation and how it looks and all kinds of stuff. They still taste the same, Mom.
That would drive me crazy.
So, I mean, if they break or snap or whatever, it's fine. I'll eat them, so no worries. But cream wafers are always, they're always one of my favorites. I mean, she makes a lot of really good ones. All my sisters make a lot of sweets and stuff around the holidays, but like most families. Aside from the blueberry cake, is there something that is kind of Christmassy that's kind of a go-to for your family?
I'm not sure it's specifically Christmassy, but I feel like I crave white chocolate macadamia this time of year.
Those are cookies.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure, like white macadamia wasn't like, white chocolate covered macadamia nuts.
Hey, I will literally go buy the white chocolate chips and eat them out of the bag.
Really?
I will do it.
Really? And so white chocolate chips?
I believe those are also Nestle Toll House.
Yeah, they probably are. They're still racking up the money.
It's either them or Hershey's. I mean, either way.
By the way, let me just throw this out there. My mom's last comment. All right, now I talked about the cream wafers. I talked about how difficult they were to make. And my mom's last comment, "We'll try, no promises." What kind of an answer is that, Mom? I'm just saying. Your son's going to travel. He's going to fly halfway across the country to see his family, and he can't get a cream wafer. The struggle, my friends, is real. So anyway, no, the cream wafers, they really are tough. So Mom, if you can, great. If you can't, no big deal. No promises. I'll take it. We'll try. I'll take we'll try, no promises. So, but I've never seen anybody. I've never seen anybody else make those. Like I said, they're really. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe them. I'm not a sweets guy. So, but Candace Smith, Nutter Butters dipped in chocolate.
Yeah,
now
delicious.
That sounds good. And you think about it, and I could probably make those. I mean, it's the store-bought ones, right? I mean, right? It's the actual store-bought Nutter Butter cookies. Is that right, Candace?
I believe
like
so.
You actually buy the store-bought cookies and then you just dunk them in or dip them in chocolate. I mean,
when we went to St. Augustine. I can't ever remember. We had some of these that were like out of the candy shop, which were really delicious.
I noticed that just in the last, I don't know how many years, but the cake pops. You've seen those?
Cake pops?
Yeah, it looks like a lollipop, but it's a piece of cake and it's on a stick.
No, I don't
Cake
think I've seen
pops.
this one.
Yeah, I mean, so it's basically it's smaller than a cupcake, obviously, but it's on a stick and they call it a cake pop. But like I'll see those where they dip them in white chocolate. So that might be something when you said you liked white chocolate, that might be something that you like. So all right, let's move on real quick. To
candy all day.
We've got the classic rock revisit. Now, since it is the holidays, I thought, hey, you know what? No better time. I mean, you only got a couple weeks of the holiday season, so I wanted to take full advantage. So this week, the classic rock revisit Lynyrd Skynyrd, their Christmas album called Christmas Time Again. Now, I realize there are, there's lots and lots and lots of Christmas traditional music favorites, if you will, Elvis Presley, Blue Christmas, Bing Crosby's White Christmas. I mean, there's quite a few of them, of the traditional ones, but since this is the classic rock revisit, okay, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Christmas Time Again. This is kind of it's Christmas traditional music with a Southern rock flair. I'll say that. By the way, special guests from 38 Special join him on a couple tunes. Cool. The late, great Charlie Daniels sings on here. By the way, Chuck said he had to leave. Great job, Paul. Yeah, see, notice he didn't say great job, Smith. There you go. He's a smart man. Smooshmallows, by the way. Chuck, have a great day, dude. Thanks for joining in. Candace Smith, vanilla wafer sandwich with peanut butter and dipped in chocolate. Oh man, that looks really good. So it's not the store-bought kind. It's a vanilla wafer sandwich with peanut butter, and then it's dipped in chocolate. So yeah, that sounds pretty dang good. I may have to have my mom try those. Okay, so the classic rock revisit, Lynyrd Skynyrd. It came out in 2000. So I mean, so it's 20 years ago. So I mean, I know that some people think classic means like way, way, way longer than that. But 20 years is a long time. I mean, think about that. That's like a third of Smith's life. I mean, he was 9, when this album came out. He was 9.
Yeah.
So, but it's some really good stuff on here. And again, the late great Charlie Daniels joins him on there too. Some cool stuff. By the way, there's some holiday classics that you know of, that you sing a lot of. They're Run Run Rudolph, really good. There's some other great holiday classics on there, but there's also a couple of Christmas originals that they added to the album too. So check it out from 2000. Lynyrd Skynyrd's Christmas Time Again. So some good stuff. And for next week, we're going to talk about some of the little more classic, I guess, traditional, whatever Christmas songs. So be thinking about it, because we're going to ask you what's your favorite Christmas song or Christmas songs, if you will, for the holidays. We're going to ask that question next week. So that's going to wrap things up for the show. Hey, don't forget. Oh, wait, hang on.
If I can throw one thing out there real quick.
Yeah, throw something out there, because I got to finish this. I got to finish this strong beer.
If you can go for something a little bit heavier, if you can stand metalcore, August Burns Red. The classic is their Carol of the Bells cover. Really awesome. and what was it? Sleddon Hill. August Burns Red presents Sleddon Hill. That's an entire album of metalcore covers of classic Christmas songs. Really well done.
Well,
So,
I may have to check some of that out so I can have
Oh.
some feedback next week.
I
So-
love it myself.
So all right,
Yeah.
well, we're going to talk some Christmas music
Favorites.
next week. So all right, finally, whoo, man, I tell you what, this baby, I'm telling you, Delirium Noel, be careful with it. It comes in a 4-pack and that stuff is strong. It does taste pretty good though. So enjoy that. The Leonard Skinner's Christmas Time Again, great album. You can check that out too. And of course, enjoy all the holiday sweets and all the shopping. Remember, if you're going to be drinking this holiday season or anytime, make sure that you're not driving. Be responsible. Use a designated driver. And if you are out there doing all the crazy shopping around Black Friday and the Christmas shopping, all that kind of stuff, try to be nice to people. If you're going to be out, actually amongst the people, don't be pushing and shoving and all that kind of stuff. All right. It's just gifts. I mean, if you can't get that latest, greatest, last minute thing or whatever, get something different. Or here's a thought: you should have started shopping sooner. Just a thought. So anyway, have a great weekend. Have a great week. We will see you next Friday. Feel Good Friday, wrapping it up. Billy W. Merritt presents the show 11 a.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Central time every Friday. We will see you next week. Take care.